Tom! Tom, look up. Can you grab my water bottle from the Commons Lounge? Yep.
and your Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Please stand if you are able to remove your hats as the Immanuel Pep Band leads us in the national anthem. Please support the players, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Comments of a sexist, racial, or ethnic nature of intimidation will not be tolerated, and the grounds removed from the gymnasium. Please be aware of the possibility of all player entering the bleachers during the competition. Thank you and enjoy the game. Now for our starting lineup, search for Lincoln. Junior number 2, Jay Paul. Senior number 13, Stephen Weary. Junior number 21, Wesley Burns. Junior number 22, Benjamin Ross. And sophomore number 25, Jay Stetzer. The Hornets are coached by Jeremy Hansen. And now for your Lancers. Senior number 10, Titus Radical. Senior number 11, Ben Rodemacher. Senior number 12, Carter Roots. Junior number 23, Logan Thompson. And senior number 30, Vance Cavall. Next are coached by John Radical, assisted by Bill Lau and Daniel Pine.
Hello and welcome to today's matchup between the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the AC Lincoln Hornets varsity boys basketball matchup. Both these teams 3-0 and 1-0 in conference. Winner of this will take the number 1 spot in the Dairyland Small. Taking the tip will be number 11 Rademacher and number 22 Ross. Havemeyer back in the starting lineup for the Lancers, takes the place of Sito. Tipped and into the hands of Rutz. Hand off to Havemeyer and the Lancers will start with it. Lancers coming off their 3-point win against Spring Valley. Hornets coming off their 3-point win against CFC. Up top to Rademacher. Looking for Rutz. Can't find him. Now drives in a little bit and sends up top to Radical. Radical open 3, not going to take it. Now drives around, bounces out, and sends over to Rutz. Rutz fakes a 3, driving in, has a lane, floater. Gets to the fall, and the Lancers lead it early by 2-0. Rutz waiting in half court for Paul. He'll drive around, fake, and send it up top to number 25, Stetzer. Fakes and back over to Paul, looking corner. Finds corner, number 21, Burnt. Back up top to Paul. Paul fakes a 3, sends it down low. Back up top, Weary, up and out. Tipped and picked up by Rutz, back into the hands of Thompson. So that was Stetzer who took the 3. Thompson up top. Over to Rademacher. Sends it across too high for Havemeyer. And turnover sends it back to the Hornets. And Paul back up the floor. Fakes and sends it corner to Stetzer. Down low off a foot and out of bounds. It'll remain with the Hornets. Down low. Nope, now going back to the corner. Stetzer to pass it in, gets it into Paul. Looking for Burnt, now sends it back across to Stetzer. Drives in a bit. And back up top to Burnt. Corner, Paul pulls a three. Off the side, rebounded, back up and in. It's number 25, Stetzer. And we're tied at 2. Deep to Thompson. Thompson looking across. Takes it slowly, now up to Radical. Radical sends it across, and not before he travels. Another turnover has sent it back to the Hornets. Pass into Paul, and Paul back up the floor. Fakes and sends a corner. Stetzer fakes, driving around. Sends over, swatted away, and picked up by Burnt. Back up to Stetzer. Stetzer going to try to push it. Has an advantage. Now sends a corner to Paul. Has a second. Not going to take a three. Going to send it over to number 13, Weary. That went too far. And rebounded by Burnt. Back up. Corner. Paul fakes, driving in. Flips it down low. Sends it high. Weary. Fakes, back up top. And turnover, send it back to the Lancers, as in the C team and JV games, putting on some press on the Lancers. Handled fairly well in both games. Varsity doing pretty well so far here. Havemeyer taking up the floor, crosses the half-court line. Slows down a bit, and they'll set up. Drives around, bouncing out. Can't find Rutz. Now sends a corner to Rademacher. Driving in, bouncing out, Havemeyer. Scanning. Looking. Making a move, now driving in. Puts it up and gets it to fall! Havemeyer, what a drive! And the Lancers lead it by 2. Paul up top. Double teamed, looking corner. Opposite corner. Down low, Weary, back up. And laid up and in. Tough drive by Ross. And the game back tied up at 4. Rutz over to Havemeyer. And he'll cross the line. Gets a screen from Rademacher. Havemeyer around. Now trying to drive back in. Bouncing out. And up to Rutz. Rutz making a move. Bouncing out. Down low. Thompson wasn't ready for it. And swatted away and ends up in the hands of Paul. Hornets looking for their first lead. Paul fakes. Sends a corner. Stetzer. Across. Burnt. Up top to Paul. Down low. Turn around drive, tipped into the hands of Stetzer, back around. Driving in, fouled, and not and one. Foul on the floor, and it'll stay with the Hornets down low.
Falls on number 12, Witz. First personal teams first. Checking into the Lancers, Bryce Siddle.
Siddle going to enter for Radical. Last game, Lancers only had 6 in. Havemeyer being the only sub. This time, Siddle, the only sub so far. See how many subs the Lancers can get in today. Game starting out pretty close as Weary running jumper up and out, tipped twice, thrice, and picked up by Ross, and he lays it up and in again. Ross 4 straight points, and the Hornets have their first lead. It's 6-4. Sido needs an option. Time ticking, driving around over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer looking deep, now gets it to Rutz. Rutz turnaround, has some space, sends it over. Rademacher puts it up and too hard. Rebounded by Paul. Sends it deep. Stetzer across, very high, tipped by Burnt, saved by Burnt in the corner, and sends it back up high to Paul. Paul across to Stetzer. Fakes back across, Paul has some space, not going to take it, now going to drive in instead, makes a move, puts it up, and too far. Ruined by Sido. Sido got Havemeyer deep, going to find him. Havemeyer, a little bit of a push, now waits for people to get set up, and sends it over to Rademacher up top. Looking down low. Drives in a little bit. Hands off to Sido. Sido up top. Scanning. Looking for a drive. Now out to Thompson. Thompson up to Rutz. Rutz has some space. And not before he is fouled. And it'll be Lancer ball in the corner.
Falls on Lincoln's number 21, Wesley Burnt.
Kastner and Fisher enter. For number 13 and 21, Weary and Burnt. Passing to Havemeyer. Havemeyer will set it up. Sends over to Sido. Has some space, looking down low. Back out to Havemeyer. Havemeyer fakes to Rutz. Dribbles out. And hands it off to Rademacher. Tipped, recovers, over to Sido. Open three, not going to take it. Now over to Rutz. Rutz thinks about it. Now he's going to drive around. Bouncing out, and over to Thompson. Thompson driving. Back down low. Sido. Has Rademacher out, finds him. Over to Havemeyer in the corner. Thinks about it. Now trying to look down low, now pulls. Havemeyer off the inside of the rim and out. And up to Paul. Rutz meets him in half court. Over and back up to Stetzer. Corner to Paul. Looking cross. Sends it cross. Picked up by Stetzer. Down low, has some space. Ross! Blocked by Sido, and it's picked up by Thompson. Thompson up the floor. Corner to Rademacher. Trying to get a hand off to Rutz. Stripped, gets it himself, and over to Thompson. Thompson trying to drive in, bouncing out. Hand off to Havemeyer. Looking down low. Trying to drive in, now bounces out. And sends it up to Sido. Over to Rademacher. Rademacher to Rutz. Rutz fakes. Scanning, bouncing in, now stuck, down low. Sido, jumper, gets to the fall, and the Lancers have tied it up at 6. And it's Paul back up the floor. Over to Fisher. Across to Burnt. Hand off to Paul. Back over to Fisher. Corner. Burnt. Sorry, Stetzer. Back over to Fisher. Across, tip dance, stolen by Rutz. Rutz got a 1-on-2, takes it himself, and gets it out to Thompson. Thompson puts it up, rims up and out, and it's rebounded and handed off to Paul. Sends it over Fisher, back up to Paul. Paul some space, not going to take it. Fakes twice, thrice, now puts up a 3, and off the side, tipped into the bounds off the Hornets, and it'll remain with the Lancers.
In for the Lancers, Titus Radical. In for Lincoln, Ethan Conda and Stephen Weary.
Pass in, more pressure. Gets it into Sido. Sido scanning. Driving around. Sends it up to Sido. Sido looking around. Trying to drive around corner. All the way in. Now needs an option. Fakes to Rutz. Back out to Havemeyer. Havemeyer scanning. Driving around, driving in. Fakes. Back out to Rademacher. He'll drive in. Looking for a handoff, fakes. Now down low, Radical, baseline. Up and too far. Tipped, double on the floor, picked up by Radical. Over to Rademacher. Driving in is Rademacher. Now stuck, back out, too far for Sido. Here comes Weary, picked up by Sido. And an over and back. And a pass in down low for Conda. Has Paul up top of open 3. Finds him. Immediately covered by Rutz. Sends it across to number 24, Anderson. Bouncing out, sends it across. Driving in is Fisher. Fakes. Now down low. Weary, turnaround, back out. Open 3, Conda. There it is! Conda knocking it down from deep, and the Lancers now trail by 3. Up to Havemeyer. Havemeyer across to Rademacher. Up to Radical. Radical over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer has some speed. Puts it up and too hard. And rebounded by Weary. Weary stuck, trying to find Paul. Now does. And he'll cross the line. Now stuck, sends it corner. Burnt, back up top. Paul, across. Conda, opening his last 3. Not going to take this one. Drives around, fakes corner. Looking down low, now back up top to Weary. Paul, open 3, not going to take it. Corner, Burnt. Burnt fakes. He's going to try to drive baseline. Now Stock back up top to Paul. Tipped. Across. Konda. Fakes down low. Driving in. Back out. Paul open three. He's going to take this one. Looking good. And off the backside of the rim. Rebounded by Rutz and over to Havemeyer. Lancers trailing by 3. Havemeyer up top. 8:25 left in the first half. Havemeyer driving around on the side. Hands it over to Rademacher. Looking down low. Now back out. Drives around. All the way around. Now trying to get in. Rademacher loses it. And picked up by Radical in the corner. Up to Havemeyer. Havemeyer looking at Rutz. Can't find him. Screen. Goes around. And a carry from Havemeyer.
Logan Thompson.
Stetzer loses dribble up top. Sends it over to Weary. Back up top to Stetzer. Looking down low, can't find him. Now back up top. Anderson, corner to Weary, trying to drive, makes a move, spin move, floater, gets it up, ball. The spinning fadeaway, and the Hornets now up by 5. Havemeyer going quick. Gets it across the line. Teammates will catch up. Down low to Rademacher. Gets stripped, and it's Weary up the floor. He's got speed. Sito coming fast, and it's missed. Ball on the floor. Ross picks it up, puts it up, and gets it. No, a travel. Thought he had the and one, traveled beforehand. And Rutz coming right back in. Was on the bench for only a few seconds. And now he's back in for Rademacher. Sito pass in down low. Up to Thompson. Thompson going to try to drive with it. Now over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer looking, has Sito. Gets it to Sito. And Sito up to Radical. Radical fakes. And up top to Thompson. Trying to drive in, now bouncing out. Makes a move. Gets over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer fakes. Trying to drive baseline. Has a lane. Puts it up and gets it to fall. Havemeyer. Another muscular drive. And the Lancers trail by 3. Burnt up top. Sorry, Stetzer up top. Over to Burnt. Weary passes it down low. Anderson turnaround. Fakes twice. Puts it up and gets it to fall. Anderson that moves in the paint. And the Lancers now trail once again by 5. Up to Rutz. Rutz fakes. Now driving. Bouncing back out, loses for a second, and now sends it up to Thompson. Thompson over to Sito. Down low to Radical. High handle, send back up. Thompson fakes, driving around. Has some space. Jumper off the front of the rim. And scooped up by Burnt. Burnt trying to push it. 1-on-4. He has the speed. 1-on-1 with Thompson. Good defense by Thompson and swatted out of bounds. Hornet ball down low. Fisher now going to enter for Burnt. And Fisher going to pass it in down low. Gets it in high. Too high. Ends up being picked up by Weary on the outside. Corner to Fisher. Fisher across. Corner to Weary. Down low. Anderson turnaround. Gets it off the glass. Anderson's got 4 straight. And timeout probably going to be coming here soon for the Lancers. There it is. Timeout by the Lancers. A full 7-point Lincoln lead. 15-8 with 6:04 remaining. Siddle to pass it in down low off the timeout. Lancers see if they can get some offense going here. Currently trailing by 7, 15-8. Thompson trying to get it across the half-court line. Making moves and over to Siddle. Siddle fakes. Now crosses the line. Driving in. Has some space. Puts it up and blocked from behind. And that's going down as a foul. Came in swinging hard. And Siddle will head to the line and shoot 2.
First personal, team second. Shooting 2, Bryce Siddle.
Siddle trying to get him to double digits. First one going to fall, and it's a 6-point game, 15-9. Second one bounces out, tipped into the hands of Rutz. Rutz pulls a 3, and off the light. Paul trying to push it. Paul with space. Sends it across. Down low. Anderson mishandles. Now puts it back up, and he gets to the fall. It's Ross. Sorry. Getting the hard drive to fall. Up to Siddle. Siddle to Radical. Radical driving in. Across the line. Bounces in. And over to Havemeyer. Lancers currently now trailed by 8. Hornets largest lead of the night. Havemeyer is fouled.
First personal, team third. In for Lancers, Ben Rademacher. In for Lincoln, Ethan Conley.
Siddle pass in. Gets it to Thompson. Hand off to Siddle. 5:13 and counting remaining. Fakes looking down low. Now up top to Thompson. Turns around looking corner to Rutz. Can't find him. Now down low to Havemeyer. Havemeyer dribbles it back out. Trying to drive around. Good switch by the Hornets. Their defense staying solid here. Over to Rademacher. Fakes it to screen. Trying to drive around. Slings it corner. Thompson open 3. Off the inside of the rim. Rebounded and up to Paul. Scanning. Now sends a corner to Anderson. Trying to drive in. Now stuck. Back up top to Paul. Paul back over to Fisher. Fisher back up top to Paul. Back over to Coda. Down low. Back out. Fisher thinks about a 3. Not going to take it. Drives around and back out to Conda. Corner. Paul. Deep corner. Anderson. 3. That one far. Rebounded by Thompson. Thompson off of Jake Paul's foot. And out of bounds. It'll remain with the Lancers. Burton Miller entering for Havemeyer. Siddle in to Thompson. Thompson over to Rutz. Rutz fakes. And he'll take it up himself. Makes a move. And over to Rademacher, who will cross the line. 4 minutes left. Rademacher up top. Over to Siddle. Over to Miller. Miller fakes up top to Rutz. Rutz turnaround, trying to drive. Now stuck, back up top. Siddle thinks about 3. Fakes, driving in. Jumper tipped. And picked up by Miller. Now off a foot and into the hands of Conda. Paul up the floor, driving in, has some space, puts it up and rims up and out. Rebounded by Miller, flips it up to Siddle. Siddle up the floor, trying to push it. Sends it over to Rademacher. Rademacher has space, puts it up, fouled. Can't get it to fall, and he will shoot 2. Havemeyer exited just about a minute ago. He's coming right back in. Rademacher trying to find double digits and bring the game down to a 2-possession game. His first. Gonna fall. And it's a 7-point game, 17-10. Havemeyer quickly re-enters for Miller. And Rademacher will shoot his second. That one gonna fall as well. Sends across to Conda. Down low. Driving in, puts it up and off the front of the rim. Tipped twice, gets his own rebound, back up. That one up and out. And into the hands of Thompson. That was Kastner. Couldn't get either to fall. Sito up top, driving around. Bouncing out, handoff to Thompson. Thompson fakes. Looking for Rutz, can't find him. Now driving in, bouncing out, over to Rademacher. Up to Hafmeyer. Spin, scanning. And it'll bounce out. Fakes to Rutz, bounces in. Trying to drive around. All the way in, fakes. Up to Rademacher. He'll drive around. Fakes, needs an option, over to Sito. Sito up to Hafmeyer. Has some space, not going to take it. Now going to pull a three. That one just up and out. Tipped and out of bounds. Off the Lancers. Paul up top. Fakes, now sends a corner. Conda fakes, now over to Anderson. Across, Paul has some space, now going to send down low. Burnt jumper. Too far, rebounded by Thompson. Tipped and in the hands of Anderson. Corner. Back up top, Anderson tipped into the hands of Rademacher. No one could handle any of that. Ends up in the hands of the Lancers. 2:05 left, trailing by 6. Lancers yet to find a 3 tonight. Hafmeyer gets a screen. Bounces up over to Rutz. Rutz fakes, driving, bouncing out. Fakes and over to Sito. Sito looking down low. Now back up to Rademacher. Looking at Thompson. Now going to drive. Stuck down low, hand off to Thompson. He's going to try to drive baseline. Can't. Up to Rademacher. Fakes, now has a lane. Sends it out. Sito open 3. Sends up to Hafmeyer. Hafmeyer the 3. Up and out. Tipped in off the rim and into the hands of Burnt. Burnt double teamed. Stuck down low, dribbles through. And they've got some advantage here. Burnt taking himself down low and a foul quickly by the Lancers. 1:20 left. Still a 6-point. Lincoln leads 17-11. Four subs come in for the Hornets. And it'll be Fisher who'll pass them down low. It's over to Paul. Paul gonna pull. Paul gonna bury from deep, and the Lancers now trail by 9. Sito up to Rutz. Over to Hafmeyer. Hafmeyer fakes, drives around, up to Sito. Sito needs to get across. Does. Now trying to drive in. Stuck up and up to Radical. Over to Rademacher. 50 seconds left. Looking for Rutz, now going to drive in. Bounce out, turn around, over to Radical. Radical jumper. Now going to take it and bury it from deep. Radical the deep 2. And the Lancers are within 7 with 36 seconds left. Paul up the floor. Stuck now over. Fisher fakes, down low. Anderson. Sorry, Ross. Ross driving in, puts it up, and gets to the fall. Ross, the strong drive, and it's back to a 9-point game. Over to Rutz. 20 seconds left. Could be Lancers' last offensive possession. Rutz making a move, driving through. Shoots it corner to Rademacher. Rademacher trying to drive in. Stop, stuck, puts it up, fouled. Can't quite get the and 1, and he will shoot 2. Trying to bring it back down to 7. First up and in. And the Lancers with an 8. Hornets going to have to go quick. If he makes this really get the rebound, only 10.9 seconds left. Rademacher second, up and out, and rebounded. Hand off to Weary, deep to Paul. 8 seconds left. Paul making moves up top, now driving in, puts it up, sends it across instead, fakes a jumper. 2 seconds left. Jumper for Ross, up and in at the buzzer. Ross getting it done, and it's a 10-point Hornet lead as we head to the half. 24-14. Hornets going strong at the end. Lancers needs to get some offense going as we start the second half. We'll be back in 10. 24-14. are back from the break. Lancers at a halftime, trailing by 10, 24-14. Compliments of the buzzer beater by Ross. Quick 10-foot jumper to send him to the locker room. And we'll see if they can come out with some momentum here. Lancers need to start getting off strong, preferably on offense. Corner to Burnt. Burnt fakes, drives up top, and over to Paul. Paul back over to Burnt. Scanning, fakes, and sends it back over to Paul. Paul fakes, driving in, bouncing out. And back over to Burnt. Lancers defense starting to get strong here. Not letting anything but these back and forth passes between Paul and Burnt. Trying to get inside. Can't. And now does to Ross. Ross back out to Paul. Paul fakes. Sends a corner to Burnt. Now down low. Stripped. Picked up by Burnt. And over to Paul. Paul, guess what? Over to Burnt. Burnt to guess who? Paul. And wasting considerable amount of time here. They're just passing back and forth. Now sends it down low to Ross. Ross down low. Tipped by Radical and off into the stage. And it will pass in down low. It'll be number 25, Stetzer. Stetzer into Paul. Paul up to Weary. Weary trying to drive down low. Puts it up and too hard into the hands of Rademacher. And Lancers defense holds strong for about over a minute. And we'll see what they can do on offense to start. Didn't get much going in the first half. So they can start us off strong. Havemeyer going around. Bouncing out. Trying to make a move. Has Radical. I'm not going to give it to him. Screen from Rademacher. Havemeyer bouncing her out. Trying to go outside. Out. Thompson open three. Not going to take it. Going to drive it instead. Trying to find Rutz. Finds Rutz. Rutz bounces out. He's going to pull a three. That one off the corner, and it's rebounded by Weary. Havemeyer's first three that made it to the rim. Last one got knocked away by the lights. That one's just a bit far. Only his second of the night. Havemeyer also 0 for 3. Lancers yet to hit a single three tonight. This one corner to Burnt. Looking back up top. Finds Paul. Paul across. Back up to Paul. Looking for Stetzer. Finds him. Stetzer's trying to go down low. Now fakes him back over to Paul. Fakes, drives around. Stuck. Back over to Stetzer. Tipped. Thompson can't quick get enough of it. Now stuck. Back out. Paul. Paul back over to Stetzer. Still troubling to get it back in. Now down low to Burnt. Back up top to Paul. And over to Stetzer. Taking down low. Back up top. Driving over to Paul. Paul look over to Stetzer. Fakes trying to drive in. Bounces out. Back over to Paul. Back over to Stetzer. Back over to Paul. Back over to Stetzer. Fakes and back over to Paul. This is why you have a shot clock. Pass down low to Weary. Weary jumper. That one gonna fall off the glass. And it's a 12-point Lincoln lead. Rademacher up the floor. Trying to drive in fast, and not before he carries. And it's going right back to the Hornets. Paul double teamed. Sends it over. Fakes down low. Trying to get it back up top. Up top and over to Burnt. Burnt down low. Weary. Back up top to Paul. Paul fakes. Trying to drive. Corner to Anderson. Back up top to Paul. Paul looking baseline. Weary gets it. And it's back up and in. What a find and what a finish. 14-point Lincoln lead. Rutz over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer scanning. Fakes. Not trying to drive. Gets past. Bounces out. Screen from Rademacher. Fakes, bounces out, pulls a three. Off the front of the rim and rebounded by Rademacher. Rademacher driving, he'll put it up. That one gets in off the glass. It's a 12-point game. Ball up the floor. Rutz keeps him on his left hand. Pass corner to Burnt. Back up top. Across to Paul. Paul down low, too far for Weary. And it going right back to the Lancers.
And for the Hornets, Luke Fisher. And Jason
into Rademacher. Looking deep, can't find him. Now we're going to try to push it. Rademacher bouncing back out. Hands it off to Sido. Sido driving in around. Back out, over to Thompson. Thompson trying to find Rutz down low and up to Rademacher. Rademacher scanning. Out to Rutz. Stripped. Rutz gets it back. Screen, driving around, slings it to Thompson. Thompson gets a screen. Bounces out. Hand off to Rutz. Rutz trying to drive in. Bounces out down low. Thompson tipped and gets it in the corner and back out to Havemeyer. And out of bounds off Paul. Sido pass in corner. Scanning. Throws it up high. Rademacher stolen away by Paul. One-handed. Will he send it deep? Will not. Going to take it himself. Now hands it off up top. Driving in. Makes a move. Puts it up. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Thompson. Thompson taking it slow. Over to Havemeyer. And a travel on Thompson. And it's going right back to the Hornets. Fisher into Paul. Back over to Fisher. Pass corner to Anderson, back up top. Fakes, scanning, and back over to Fisher. Steps her corner. Looking down low, finds down low. Anderson. Stuck up top, tipped it in the hands of Paul. Paul loses it on the floor. And it's picked up by Paul off the foot of Thompson, and it's in with the Hornets. And nope. Gonna go off Paul, and it'll stay with the Lancers. Sido to pass in down low. Fakes, now into Thompson. Thompson driving through, bounces out, over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer looking deep, can't find him. Now makes a move, driving baseline, and is fouled from behind. Radical gonna enter. For Thompson. Gets into Havemeyer. And then Perretz can't find him. Havemeyer up the floor. Crosses the line with a screen from Rademacher. Driving around. Trying to make a move. Going inside. Fade away. Blocked. And out of bounds off the Hornets. Sido passing down low. Scanning. Out to Havemeyer. Looking for Radical. Not going to get him. Now up to Rademacher. Rademacher fakes. Trying to drive in. Out to Rutz. Rutz has some space. Pulls a three. There it is! Rutz getting it done! And that's what the Lancers needed. They're in 9. Deep to Fisher. Has him down low. Chipped by Rademacher. Anderson now stuck. Puts it up too far. Tipped in. Twice. Thrice. Needs something. Now puts it up. Fouled. And up and out. Mayhem in the paint. It's Caston who comes out of it shooting 2.
First personal.
His first gonna fall, and it's a 10-point game. His second gonna fall as well, and it's an 11-point game. Sido passing down low, up to Rutz. Rutz fakes over to Havemeyer. Havemeyer up to Radical. Radical fakes, now gonna drive, and is fouled by Paul. Team's third. Pass into Havemeyer. Havemeyer up top. Let's cross the line. Over to Radical. Radical up to Rutz. Rutz fakes, driving in, bouncing out. Fakes and over to Radical. Has some space. Now corner of Sido. Sido up to Rademacher. Looking for Havemeyer. Can't find him. Now going to drive in. Puts it up and gets it off the glass. Lancers within 9. Rademacher the strong drive. Over to Paul and Paul up the floor. Going fast, now slowing down. Sends it over to Burnt. Back up top to Paul. Over to Burnt. Back up top to Paul. Over to Burnt. Back up top to Paul. Cross to Conda. Corner. Burnt. 3. There it is! Extends the game up to 12. Huge 3 for the Hornets as Rutz now racing out to Rademacher. Rademacher driving in. Stuck. Sends it out. No one home. Havmeyer gets back just in time. Now stuck in the corner. Sends it over to Rademacher. And a timeout by the Lancers. 12-point game for the Hornets. They lead it 33-21. 10:30 remaining. Back from the timeout, Lancers trail by 12, 33-21. It'll be Lancer ball in the corner. Need to get some offense going here. They've done better at it this half. Havmeyer up top. Looking, now driving. Over to Thompson. Thompson looking for Rutz. Finds him a bit late. Now over to Havmeyer. Havmeyer fakes, scanning. Back up to Rutz. Rutz spinning, fakes, driving in, bouncing out, pulls a 3, and a travel on Rutz. And it'll be Conda. Pass it in. Gets it in to Anderson. Anderson stuck, strip, picked up by Sito. 3-on-2. Sends it out. Rutz stolen away. Saved back in and into Paul. Deep court. It's deep. Puts it up. Blocked by Rademacher. Picked up by Conda. Conda back up and out. Tip back up and out again. Picked up by Havmeyer. Up to Rademacher. Rademacher going a little bit fast. Gets over the line. Mayhem on the court. Lancer's going to try to slow it down a little bit. Over to Rutz. Scanning. Driving in. Bounces out. Driving back around. Spin move. Jumper. Well off the mark. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson the reverse layup. And the Lancers within 10. Pull up the floor. Spin move. Gets across the line. Sends it deep. Anderson down low. Strip. And picked up by Havmeyer. Lancers defense. Not letting them get any space. Set him up the floor. Big offensive possession for the Lancers. Looking for Thompson. Not going to get it to him. Now does. Scanning. Looking down low. Can't find him. Thompson's going to drive up. Bounce out. Over to Rutz. Rutz fakes a 3. Driving in. Has some space. Floater. Get a fall. Rutz the big drive. And the Lancers within 8. Lots of press from the Lancers. Havmeyer not giving him any space. Stripped. And it's picked up by Paul. Paul driving around. He gets through. Have numbers. Paul in the corner. Very high dribble. And doesn't matter. It's staying with the Lancers. And going to go down as a carry. And a timeout by the Hornets. Nope, just 4 subs. And now Radical enters for Rutz. 8-point game. 8:38 remaining. Lancers lots of time. Throws in deep. Tipped. And it's stolen away by Weary. Weary down low. Jumper. Up and in. And it's a 10-point game and a timeout by the Hornets. 35-25, 10-point game. Lancers still in trouble. Back to the timeout. Lancers trail by 10, 35-25, 8:33 left. Siddle to pass it in down low. Into Havemeyer. Havemeyer scanning, now over to Rademacher. Rademacher up the floor. Gonna try to push it. He's got space, now stripped. Along the floor, picked up by Rutz. And out of bounds off Rutz. Pass in down low from Ross. Lost the press from the Lancers. Weary has some space, gonna push it. Corner, takes a three. And back up top. Scanning over to Fisher. Driving around, now down low. Up top, Fisher. Scanning, needs an option. Sends it across, Weary. And a foul on number 10. Nope, 25. It's Stetzer. Siddle down low. Into Havemeyer. Havemeyer up to Rademacher. Fakes. Now going to drive it up to Siddle. Siddle, they're going to take it across the line. Looking for Havemeyer. Can't find him. Now over to Radical. Radical scanning. Down low. Havemeyer puts it up and in. And the Lancers with an 8. Up the floor. Needs an option. Across. Double teamed. It's Fisher. Back up top. Fakes now driving around. He's going to cross the line. High pass. Tipped in. Stolen away by Rutz. Rutz. Havemeyer deep. He's all alone. Puts it up. Foul. And one! Havemeyer getting it done down low. And the Lancers within 6. A chance to bring it within 5. Good move from Havemeyer. Lancers chance to find the 30s and bring it within 5. Plenty of time left in the game. Press beginning to work. Havemeyer's first and only. Up and in, it's a 5-point game. 35-30, lots of press. Ball immediately double teamed, sends it deep. Across, it's Stetzer. And handoff up top to Kastner. Kastner around, sends it over. Weary trying to drive. Stuck and up top to Paul. Paul gets the screen, trying to drive baseline. And a foul on Rutz.
Second personal, team second. In for the Hornets, Weston Burton.
Pass in down low from Stetzer. Lancers, big defensive possession here. They can get this ball back without any points. It'll be huge for them. Weary, jumper. That one gonna fall. Weary getting it done. 7-point game up to Havemeyer. Over to Siddle. Siddle deep to Rademacher. Up to Radical. Radical spanning. Down low. Havemeyer driving in. Another and one! Havemeyer back-to-back 3-point plays. Lancers within 5, possible 4. Admire's one and only. He's a great free throw shooter. Chance to bring it within 4.
Into the Hornets, Luke Fisher.
Admire knocks it down with ease, and we're within 4. 37-33. Weary up top. He's stripped, and a foul.
Falls on Daniels, number 10, Titus Radical. First personal. Team's third.
And another pass in for Weary. Full court press. Paul up top. Sends it in. Ross pushing. Fakes. Slows it down. And over to Paul. Paul backs out. Up top to Fisher. Another big possession here. Lance to get the defense going. Get some offense down. Weary jumper. And that's up and in. Weary once again. Not letting up on the offense. He's an option up to Havemeyer. Scanning. Now driving. Over to Sito. Sito gonna get across the line. Slows it down the corner. Makes a move. He's got space. Puts it up. Foul from behind. And he will shoot 2.
Falls around Lincoln's 13, Stephen Weary. First personal, team 6. Shooting 2, Bryce Sito.
Number 1 off the front of the rim. Chance to bring within 5. Second one up and out, and it's rebounded by Burnt. Burnt gonna try to push it. Goes it down and nearly loses it. Now stuck in the corner. It's an option. Rademacher all over him. And a timeout by the Hornets. Lancers within 6, 39-33. They're going hard, they're pressuring hard. 6:07 remaining. Hornet ball when we return. Back from the timeout. Hornet ball in the corner. Gets it down low to Paul. One-on-one with Rutz. Makes a move. Puts it up. Blocked from behind. And it picked up by Rutz. Rutz going to slow it down a little bit. Sends it over to Rademacher. Rademacher driving hard. Puts it up. And in. Lancers within 4. Into Fisher. Fisher stuck. Havemeyer closely on him. Sends it across to Burnt. Burnt over to Paul. Time ticking down. They need an option. Paul driving around. Havemeyer there. Driving all the way down, all the way in. Stuck, cross, court, pass, Burnt. Fakes, corner, Weary, Burnt back up top. Up to Fisher. Fisher, corner, Paul. One-on-one, fakes, drives. And fouls on the way in, and he will shoot 2, trailing by 4.
Falls on Daniels, number 22, Bryce Sito. Second personal, team 4. Shooting 2, Jace Paul.
First one knocks it down with ease. It's a 5-point game. Second one in as well. 6-point game once more. Sito pass in to Havemeyer. Up to Sito. Sito over to Rutz. Rutz has got space. Comes in. Corner. Rademacher. Up to Sito. Sito down low. Radical makes a move. Back out. Sito jumper. Up and out. Rebounded by Radical. Radical back up. Foul. Nope, no foul. Tip out to Sito. Sito. Rutz. Rutz. 3. Up and out. Rebounded by Radical. Radical back up. Now we're gonna fall. And it's a 4-point game. Into Fisher. Fisher got space. Burnt across. Fisher sends it over to Burnt in the corner. Double team. Now driving. Stuck down low. Back out. Ross. Fake. Spins. Fade away. Gets it up and in. A 6-point game. 5 minutes remaining. Up to Rutz. Rutz gonna take it. Makes a move, driving in, sends it out, corner, Radical. Radical driving in. Out. Rademacher. Jumper. Up and out. Rebounded by Weary. Back over to Paul. Up to Fisher. Fisher going to slow it down. Fisher driving in. Down low. Ross puts it up. Blocked from behind. And picked up by Rademacher. Has the Rats going. Takes it himself. He's got space. Now stripped down low and out of bounds off the Hornets. Thompson in for Radical. And it's Sito down low. Gets it up to Rutz on the corner. Up top to Havmeyer. Havmeyer turnaround, driving in. Fakes to Rutz, now over to Rutz. Rutz fakes. Drives around, spin move. Trying to go baseline, fade away. Off the back of the rim. And a foul, and he will shoot 2. And Rutz going to shoot 2. Big free throws coming here. Chance to bring within 4. Number 1 just up and out. Second one gonna fall. It's a 5-point game. Pass into Fisher. Fisher making a move. Gets past, gets through, up top. Ross driving in. Nearly stripped, now a travel. There it is, and the Lancers a chance to bring it with an 0-1 possession game. A 2 will do it. Sito into Havmeyer. 4:07 left, up to Rademacher. He'll drive, switch the direction, and charges forward. Takes it back out, makes a move, he's got space, driving in. Stuck, now out, Rutz. 3. There it is! Rutz! Just what the doctor ordered! And the Lancers went in 2. Fisher. Havmeyer on him, gets through. Driving in, pass down low, Ross. Down low, Weary, jumper. Too far, rebounded by Sito. Lancers a chance to tie. 3:40 left, Havmeyer up top. Over to Rademacher. Has a screen. Drives around, hand up to Rutz. Rutz gonna try again. Up and out, and it's rebounded by Paul. 2-point game. Lancers need to stay strong on defense here. 3:20 left. Time dwindling. Can't afford to get down by too much. Paul driving in, and a foul before the shot. And it'll be a Lincoln pass in down low. Lancers' 5th team foul. Getting close to the bonus for the Hornets.
Third personal, team's 5th. Into the Lancers, Titus Radical.
Pass in down low from Fisher. Big pass in coming here. Sends it up high. Picked up by Ross. Ross puts it up. And he's fouled on the shot and will shoot 2.
Falls on number 11, Ben Rademacher. Third personal, team 6.
And Ross going to shoot 2. First one up and out. Lancers, regardless of what happens here, will have a chance to tie. Up and out, rebounded by Paul. Paul back up, foul, and 1! Huge play from Paul. And the Hornets a chance to bring it back up to 5. Sito entering for Radical, and Paul will shoot 1. Has not missed a free throw yet. Chance to extend it to 5. Up and out, rebounded by Thompson up to Rutz. Rutz to Havmeyer. Havmeyer gonna try to push it. Spins around, fakes, and over to Sito. 3 minutes left. Lancers need a bucket here. Sito driving around, now driving in, out to Thompson. Thompson about 3, not gonna take it. Drives around, up top, over to Sito. Sito scanning, loses it, gets it back, and up to Havmeyer. Havmeyer looking for Rutz, now gets a screen. Drives around, driving back. Bouncing out. Scanning, driving in, has some space, puts it up. Hits the floor, no foul, and it's going back with Paul. Sends it across to Fisher. Fisher driving in. Has space. Puts it up. Tipped. And up and out. Rebounded by Rademacher. No tip. Now in the hands of Sido. And Sido over to Rademacher. Rademacher going to try to push it. Getting ahead of steam here. Now bouncing back out. And a timeout from the Lancers. Lancers, big possession coming here. They trail by 4, 45-41, 2:16 remaining. Back from timeout, huge offensive possession for the Lancers. 2:16 remaining, time dwindling for them. They trail by 4, 45-41. Into Sido. Sido across the line. Driving around, looking for Avmeyer, can't find him. Now over to Rutz. Rutz, 3. There it is! Rutz the big 3, and they're within 1. 45-44. Paul sends it deep. Ross scanning. Hand off to Paul. Paul trying to drive in. Makes a move. Sends it out low. Ross up and in. It's a 3-point game. Up to Rutz. Rutz gonna push it. Rutz has space. Making moves. Driving around. Bounce in. Bounce out. Over to Sido. Sido driving in. Corner. Thompson thinks about it. Now over to Rademacher. Scanning. Faking. Over to Thompson. Thompson over 3 for the tie. That is! Thompson ties it up at 47. Deep to Burns, we're tied. Paul looking for a lead, 1:20 left. Paul up top, 1:15. Needs an option, gets a screen. Driving around, driving in. And the foul down low. And they're going to shoot a 1-and-1. It'll be... Paul at the line. Great 3-point shot. Only missed 1 tonight. So 1-1 misses first. It's not coming back. 1-1 remaining. Game tied at 47. First one up and out. And it's rebounded by Thompson. He's coming up clutch. And we are reaching the minute mark. It's Sido up top. Lancers looking for a lead. If they can finish this comeback, it'll be insane. Over to Thompson. He's got the hot hand. Corner to Rutz. Rutz looking for Avmeyer, can't find him. Up to Thompson. Thompson looking, scanning, bouncing in, driving out. Hand off to Rademacher. Rademacher driving in, he's got space, but a double dribble, and it's going back with the Hornets. 45.7, game still tied. Lancers lots of press. Can the Hornets get it in cleanly? They've done fairly well on it so far. Gets it into Paul. Paul slowing it down. 40 seconds. Gets across. Driving in. Puts it up and out. Tipped. And it's staying with the Hornets down low. 34.1. Both in the bonus, tied at 47. And a timeout by the Hornets. Big offensive possession coming here for the Hornets. Lancers, what a comeback. It's a tie game with 34.1 seconds left. Lancers come back from as many as 15 down. Game tied at 47, passing down low, up to Paul. 30 seconds left, gets it down low. Weary, one-on-one, jumper, up and out, rebounded, in the hands of Sito. 25 seconds, Lancers a chance to take a big lead. Up the floor, 20 seconds, Sito going hard. Fakes, now out, Rademacher, corner, Rutz, pulls a three. There it is! Rutz, three, they lead it, 10 seconds left. Up the floor, 7 and a timeout by the Hornets. 6.5, Rutz the three. Lincoln to tie. Back from the timeout, Lancers lead it by 3, 50-47. Russ, a clutch three in the corner. 7.4 seconds left. Lincoln needs a 3 to tie. Looking for Paul or Burnt. Big 3-point shooters. They gotta go fast. The pass in. Corner to Weary. He's gonna pull for the tie. Up and out. Rebounded back out. Paul fakes to tie. Up and out, and that's gonna do it. The Lancers win it by 3, 50-47. Huge game! Lancers first in the Dairyland, 4-0. Drop the Hornets to 3-1. Games Thursday and Friday, boys and girls, JV Varsity, C-Team JV Varsity, both at Indy Gilmanton, and home on Monday before the break. It's the girls. Final score 50-47. Rutz, the game-winning 3.